Assalamu alaikum everybody. Episode 5 in our walkthrough series of the story of the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. My apologies that there has been a gap in these episodes. We did episodes 1, 2, 3 and 4 on the YouTube channel and the podcast. Had a short break, but we're back into it now, inshallah. So let's get into it. وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ يَحْسُدُونَ يُوسُفَ وَبَنْيَمِينَ وَيَغْضَبُونَ كانوا يقولون لماذا يحب أبونا يوسف وبنيامين أكثر ولماذا يحب أبونا يوسف وبنيامين وهما صغيران ضعيفان لماذا لا يحبنا مثل يوسف وبنيامين نحن شبان أقوياء هذا أمر عجيب جدا. This is a very, very strange matter. Okay, so the story continues into وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ and the brothers. وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ and the brothers. Okay, إخوة, although it ends in a ta marbuta, it is actually masculine, which is why we can say kana in the masculine singular. There are a number of words which are a certain gender simply because of their meaning, rather than necessarily saying that that there's other rules other than that. For example, words like hamil, pregnant, mother, bint, girl. These words, although they do not have a ta marbuta, they are indeed feminine. And then, on the other hand, by contrast, we have words like ikhwa with a ta marbuta on the end, khalifa, in fact, even the name Hamza, which all have a ta marbuta, but all of which are masculine because of their meanings. Ikhwa meaning brothers, khalifa meaning the khalifa, something which Allah has only bestowed upon the men of our ummah. And then lastly, the name Hamza, which is a boy's name, spelt with a ha, by the way, which distinguishes it from the letter Hamza. That was something that took me a long time to figure out. That it's the name Hamza with a ha, but without a ha, rather a ha. Hamza is the actual letter. وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ يَحْسُدُونَ from the verb hasada, يحسد, and of course the word hasid as well, meaning a envious person. But yes, very nice. But hasada meaning to be envious. In English, we need to say be envious of somebody. Arabic does not require a preposition like that. You can just say يحسدون شخصا. They are jealous of a person. But in this case, شخصين, in this case, two people. And their names are Yusuf wa Binyamina. Yusuf, of course, the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, and his younger brother Binyamin. Very nice. We almost called our second child Binyamin, actually. Very nearly, because our eldest is Yusuf. وَيَغْضَبُونَ يَغْضَبُونَ from غَضِبَ يَغْضَبُ, meaning, and they were angry. Yes, the verb غَضِبَ, meaning to be angry. يَغْضَبُونَ, and they were angry. كانوا يقولون, they said, لماذا يحب, why he loves, أبونا, our father. We know that it's the father doing the loving because there is a waw in the abu. If it was the father who was being loved, it would be abana. For example, if we look at a hypothetical, if it did say لماذا يحب أبانا, it would mean, why does he love our father? Okay, but because it's abuna, we know that abu is the fa'il, is the doer of the yuhibbu, from the verb, ahabba, present tense, yuhibbu. Why does our father love Yusufa wa Benyamina akthara? Akthara being on the pattern of the tafdeel, the comparative or the superlative. Well, the superlative in this case, because there's no muqarana, there's no comparison. It's simply, why does he love Yusuf and Benyamin the most, right? If it was akthar minna, then that would be a comparative. But here it's just akthara. Yes. So, the most. وَلِمَاذَا يُحِبُّ أَبُونَا, and why does our father love Yusufa وَبِنْيَمِينَ, Binyamina. Okay, not Benyamina, Binyamina. وَهُمَا صَغِيرَانِ ضَعِيفَانِ, and huma being a pronoun, a dhamir, in the dual, in the muthanna. Good, they. The two of them are صغيران, are two small ones, ضعيفان, two weak ones. Yes, صغير, صغير, meaning small, plural of which is صغار, and ضعيف, very nice. ضعيف, ضعفاء, ضعيف, ضعفاء, weak, ضعيف, very nice, meaning weak. And it is indeed the same word that we have in hadith literature as well, to deem a particular hadith to be weak. ضعيف with a ضاد, ضعيف. لماذا لا يحبنا مثل يوسف وبنيامين؟ لماذا لا يحبنا? Why does he not يحبنا? Why does he not love us? The na meaning us. لماذا لا يحبنا مثل. مثل يعني like يوسف وبنيامين, like Yusuf and Benjamin. Okay. نحن شبان. Shubban is synonymous with shabab. It is the plural of shab. Both shubban and shabab are both a plural of shabun, spelled simply sheen alif ba with a shadda. Shab, meaning like a young lad, a juvenile, a youth, a ute. Shubbanun, and we are youths. Aqwiya'u, we are strong youths. Very nice. Aqwiya'u. Okay, why is there not sort of obvious agreement between shubbanun? Why do we not have aqwiya'un? Aqwiya'u is upon a pattern af'ila'u, which is a pattern which is mamnu'u min as-sarf. Yes, there are many words upon that pattern, and if it is mamnu'u min as-sarf, that means that it can never take tanween. A word which is mamnu' min as-sarf can never take tanween. There's no exceptions to that. You can take that rule to the bank. And it will only take a kasra ever in two circumstances. If it has alif and lam at the beginning, al, we could have al-aqwiya'i, or we could have, if it was a mudaf, for example, if we were to say, the strong of the village, right? Or if we want to say, with the strong of the village, okay? So let's say, I was with the strong people of the village, right? I could say, kuntu ma'a aqwiya al-qaryati. I was with the strong of the village. We could say aqwiya'i in that case. And there's many cases in the Quran where we see examples of words which are mamnu' min as-sarf being used with a kasra. For example, at the end of Surah Al-Teen, we hear Allah Azza wa Jal say, أَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ بِأَحْكَمِ الْحَاكِمِينَ. This bi before ahkam is upon the same pattern as akthara. So the أَلَيْسَ اللَّهُ بِأَحْكَمِ, is Allah not the most hakim of the hakimin? But because there's bi before it, we can say بِأَحْكَمِ الْحَاكِمِينَ. Very nice. So aqwiya'u is mamnu' min as-sarf. As is actually, now I mention, ahkam, the word akthar that we actually saw in the second line of this passage is also mamnu' min as-sarf. Akthara, which is why we don't have aktharan. We just have akthara, because it would be, in all circumstances, incorrect to use tanween with a word which is mamnu' min as-sarf. Coming on to the last few words of this passage, هذا أمر عجيب. This is a matter, strange. This is a strange matter. Amr, meaning a matter, not really a situation. We have other words for that sort of, maybe situation in this case, but in some circumstances for situation, you might rather say bal or hal, more likely. But amr is a matter at hand. Fi amrina hadha, in this matter of ours, for example. This amrun ajibun. This is a ajib amr. Ajib meaning bizarre, let's say. Ajib gets translated in a number of ways, sometimes wondrous, strange, bizarre. But here I think bizarre works perfectly fine. So I'm going to read through this passage again in Arabic, and we'll see how much of it we understand with my very brief explanations of these things. وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ يَحْسُدُونَ يُوسُفَ وَبِنْيَامِينَ وَيَغْضَبُونَ كَانُوا يَقُولُونَ لماذا يحب أبونا يوسف وبنيامين أكثر؟ ولماذا يحب أبونا يوسف وبنيامين وهما صغيران ضعيفان؟ لماذا لا يحبنا مثل يوسف وبنيامين نحن شبان أقوياء؟ هذا أمر عجيب. Thank you very much for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. And may Allah bless you guys with beautiful Arabic.